Major news yesterday came out of the NCAA Committee on Infractions as it announced a negotiated resolution between the NCAA and Florida State University, all centering around name, image, and likeness violations. Now, what happened was a prospective student athlete at another institution was considering transferring to Florida State University. They did a visit, ended up meeting with an assistant football coach who then transported them off campus to have a meeting with the CEO of Florida State's collective. And in that meeting, the CEO promised that student athlete that if they were to enroll at Florida State University, that they would receive $15,000 a month from the collective for its first year. Now, this is significant because for years, the NCAA has now been talking about not using NIL as a form of inducement to get a prospective student athlete to enroll at a particular institution. And that's exactly what we see here. So the penalties have been severe. Those penalties include probation for 2 years for the institution, financial penalties. The assistant coach who was involved has been suspended for 3 games. But the most significant aspect of these penalties that's being discussed the most is this a required disassociation between the collective and Florida State University. Now, we haven't seen this before, so a lot of people don't know what that actually means. And so what the negotiated resolution talks about is that the collective can no longer work with the athletic department. It can't provide the athletic department with any benefit. It can't receive a benefit from the athletic department. However, the collective can continue to operate and find NIL deals for student athletes who are enrolled at Florida State University. Now, this is interesting because all of this happened back in April of 2022. So as we look at where we're at now in the coming days, weeks, and months, are we going to see more of these negotiated resolutions between institutions and the NCAA based on NIL violations? But this is why it's so important to make sure that everyone involved in the college sports ecosystem is educated. Everyone from parents to student athletes to coaches to administrators and collectives, boosters, donors, all need to understand the rules around name, image, and likeness, the individual school policies, NCAA's guidance around name, image, and likeness to ensure that they're not going astray. And one of the things that we know consistently is that collectives and institutions cannot use the promise of NIL deals and NIL money to induce a student athlete to attend a particular institution. So we'll see how this continues to play out in the coming days, weeks, and months.